my review for Naruto Manga chapter 622, so let's get into this. So this week's Naruto Manga chapter, it was a good, solid chapter for this week's Naruto Manga chapter. Now, I'm not going to do no summarization, just going to give you my thoughts and opinions on it, because really this was actually a pretty long read, because a lot of conversation, a lot of talk, and a lot of idealism within this chapter here today. So, I'm just going to give my thoughts and opinions on it. So, what was really happening is that we get the development of Hashirama and Madara's friendship within this chapter. How it, it becomes more of a friendship, especially towards the end of the chapter, where he actually, tells him what happened, that his brother died and stuff, and they kind of share a little bit of information right there. So it's just they become better friends throughout this chapter, which is nice to see. I was wondering how their friendship was gonna really come together, and this is how it's really happening by this little lake, skipping rocks. So that's how it's done. That's how it was done. But also, it's idealism when it comes to what is really a shinobi, because Hashirama doesn't believe his father's way of what a shinobi really is. His father thinks that a shinobi is one that died honorably in war. That's what a shinobi is. That's what he assumes. But Hashirama doesn't believe that. He thinks, like, how is that a shinobi? They died, and they're dying young as well too. These kids in this war right now. This is a very war-driven time that the Shinju clan is in, because they're not. Like, the thing is, the Uchiha did not actually. It doesn't seem the Uchiha started the war. It was this other clan called the Harugomo clan. They're fighting against the Shinju, and that's when the Uchiha then jumped in and started messing with them as well, and that's why Itama died, which is Hashirama's brother. So it kind of sucks right there, but it seems like there's other things going on. It didn't seem like the Uchiha's the ones that actually started this entire war, but it's escalating. The battling is escalating right now, and they're having a problem with it, and the adults, they think fighting more and more and more is gonna be able to solve the case. When one clan dies, that will be the end of the entire war. Hashirama doesn't believe that. Hashirama thinks that through negotiation and agreement, if they can come to an agreement with something, they can stop the war and stop all this fighting and stuff like that. And the same goes for Madara. Madara thinks the same as well, and that's where their ideals come together. So that's how this chapter really went all together, and how their ideals come together like this. And I wonder what they're gonna do next, and how they're gonna be able to push this ideal onto others and stuff, and how this is gonna work. Because he's only a kid right now, and his father doesn't listen. He's just really, really mad, and his father's like completely different from Hashirama. Hashirama has a completely different mindset than his father does. So it kind of sucks. So I'm looking forward to more from this flashback and stuff, and how Hashirama is gonna try to change his father's mind, and maybe try to do some kind of agreements and so on and so forth. Like, maybe he can, but I don't know, because his father's just a big, mean, maybe. But I also want to see Madara's side of the family as well. And because it seems like he sounded like all his brothers died. I mean, how is that possible? I mean, Izuna should still be alive at this time, but it seems like he lost a lot of his brothers already. I mean, it's weird what Madara said, but I don't know. But I want to see his side of the family, how his father is, and I want to see if they're having some kind of conflict as well between each other. But it's funny that they had the same ideals, Madara and Hashirama, already at this time of age, being this young already, having this kind of ideals on the world of shinobi already. It's just nice. It's nice to see. But we all know it's gonna end up leading to the conflict of them fighting each other anyway. So I'm just looking forward to how this is all gonna come together and why they fight too. Like, what really drove that little point to where they had to start fighting each other all of a sudden. So I'm looking forward to more. Looking forward to more of this flashback. I like their personalities too, even when they're kids. They're really funny. Freaking Hashirama's like more of the sad type person. He just keeps getting sad over anything that that Madara says. Madara just gets mad all the time and crap. So I like little personalities when they're kids as well. So I'm looking forward to seeing more of this. I cannot wait to see more. So like I said, this was a solid chapter for Naruto this week. The pacing was really good. Seeing their friendship develop within this chapter, and it's just probably going to develop a little bit more, so we can see that they really are close to each other. So I like that as well. The pacing was good, everything was good so far, so I'm looking forward to more. One thing to note though is that Hashirama doesn't know that Madara is an Uchiha, and that Madara doesn't know that Hashirama is a Shinju. So they didn't say their last names, so that's how they're friends like this, and they can talk to each other without having to worry about clans and stuff. So it's a nice little touch to this chapter too, and how they're friends. Leave a comment below, tell me what you think of the chapter. I'd like to like this review. If I missed anything, by the way, tell me if I did. I'm not quite sure if I did, but if I did, leave a comment below, tell me, if I did, I'm sorry. But yeah, like this review. Subscribe to my channel if you want to see some more Naruto reviews from me. So yeah, it's been the Thabreakmaster, and until then, people, break out. Here's Mario for Naruto Manga chapter 622. So let's get into this. So this week's Mario. Here's Mario. Dang it. One thing I need to know though is that they don't know that like Hashirama is a Senju and Madara is an Uchiha.